Now to the disturbing story of a 29-year-old man who has been in a coma. Back in May, 29-year-old Christopher Harris was slammed into a wall by a sheriff's deputy in Seattle, who mistakenly thought he was involved in a crime. Harris suffered permanent brain damage and has not awoken from this coma yet. A review by the sheriff's office found that the deputy had done nothing illegal. Now the Harris family has filed a $25 million claim against the county, and joining us is Harris's wife, Sarah Jorgensen, and their attorney, Sim Osborne. Good morning to you both.
Good morning.
Let's set up this situation. Having seen the tape, we see the sheriff's deputy come, shove him to the ground. His head then slams against this wall, hence the coma. What were the circumstances leading up to this? He was being pursued by the sheriff's deputies?
That's correct. He was being chased by the sheriff's deputies, but he had stopped, and he had put his hands out in front of it, and he had surrendered. They had been mistakenly identified as someone who may have been involved in an assault.
But they had chased him for a couple of blocks?
A couple of blocks, that's correct. And he ran into the light.
Right. Is there any way to know why your husband might have been running away?
No, there's no way of knowing. I mean, no one can get into his head and know what he was thinking that night. The only thing that his family and I can assume is that he didn't know who was chasing him. It was dark when they first were pursuing him, and he ran into a well-lit area. So.
Kings County Sheriff's Department, the prosecutor there basically said Christopher Harris was identified by witnesses to officers as a suspect in a violent crime. He ran for several blocks after he was told to stop by uniformed officers. As the deputy caught up to him, the deputy used a standard takedown procedure. As a result, no criminal charges will be filed. From looking at what you've seen, do you feel like the prosecuting attorney there in Kings County has done the right thing?
I'm not sure that the King County prosecutor had all the evidence, but whether or not they decided to file a criminal charge, what they did to Christopher was absolutely unnecessary. And you can look at the video, and that video speaks for itself. He was giving up. He was telling people, and there are witnesses that said, I didn't take anything. I didn't steal anything. I don't have anything. And he had his hands out in front of him. And that's not a push. If you see that, that's not a push. That's a hit like an NFL linebacker on the sideline. That's just absolutely unnecessary.
Right. What is your husband's prognosis? He's been in this coma ever since. What are the doctors telling you about? Is there a window? Is there an opportunity for progress? Is there any sign that they see that he might recover from this?
No, all the doctors that we have spoken to and neurologists have all told us that the injuries to his brain are going to be permanent brain damage, and that he will live that way and have to be taken care of 24 hours a day for the rest of his life.
Right. And why are you suing them?
I want to be able to bring my husband home and take care of him at our house in a more familiar environment, and just make sure that he gets the best care that he deserves.
What a story. What a story. Thank you both for taking the time to be with us this morning.